At the starting it.
We're in the place they call the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live. And back in Toronto following the road trip, it's the Raptors on their home court. Facing off here against a very talented ball club, guys. This is a tremendous chance for them to put all their skill and talent on display.
And I think for Toronto, they're in good shape in the standings with the postseason on the horizon. Maybe a notch below where we thought they'd be.
And, Greg, I think they may be saving their best for last. This is a team that's built for the playoffs, and they'll be in top form when they need to.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Bryant is out there with Hood, and it's Hayward in at the small forward position. It's stolen by Bryant. To the paint, here's Favors, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Jazz shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Now, here's Lowry. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place. Forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
Here is Bryant after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Bryant drives in. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Here's Lowry, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Derek Favors. Toronto shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Good on both. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Hayward. Rebound by the Raptors. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And, guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
The finish, and finish off by Bryant.
Just a great job on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Kicks it to Gobert. Outside Bryant. Here's Hood. Just 5 on the clock. And Gobert kicks to Bryant. From deep. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against the Celtics in Boston.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
And one thing the box score doesn't show us is how many points came as a direct result of those turnovers. But I think it was a huge factor.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Back to Lowry. Patterson passes to Carroll. And Hayward with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And a switcher also for Utah. Burks is checked in. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Clock at 6. The shot by Carroll, no good. Utah trailing here. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I caught up with head coach Dwayne Casey. He told me that they're ready for an exciting game going up against a team that's certainly capable of filling it up in a hurry. But he said we can't get so carried away trying to score with them that we get away from playing tough, gritty defense. If you slack off even a little bit, they can really go off. Guys, we'll see if they can strike the right balance and even the series. Back to you.
And Doris, thank you as always. And of course, facing an offense like this, you really have to be aware at all times of the weapons they throw at you.
Yeah, and they can light it up when they get it going. It's going to take a top-notch effort defensively to keep them in check.
And you know what? I think they're up for it. I like to hear Coach acknowledging the challenge they're facing. They know what they're in for.
Now here's Bryant. following the miss by Kyle Lowry. That doesn't go either for Bryant.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
DeRozan's shot is good.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your game time.
We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Jazz, number 1.
And these two squads really know how to capitalize on mistakes. When they get going in transition, look out.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Ross is checked in for DeMar Carroll. Marcus Smart comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Bryant. That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
He had a nice open look right there.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Now, here's Joseph. D right on him. Outside Bryant. And power forward Patrick Patterson getting better every season. He said that his college career.
You know, I think my 3 years at Kentucky,
Patterson Clark exactly the guy. Now for the Raptors. Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. DeMar Carroll comes in for Terrence Ross. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Joseph. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Jeff Withey. Hayward comes in for Burks. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Mack. And it's Bryant in for Burke. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. DeMar Carroll is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Biyombo at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And it's Bryant missing.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these three. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
More, y'all. You need better looks than that.
Now, here's Biyombo. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Pistons in Detroit. Lowry kicks to Patterson.
There are times when as a team, you find yourself missing shots that you know you normally make. I mean, that's just part of the game. But that's when you have to dig deep, stay focused, commit to playing defense, and count on your defense to keep you in there and eventually to bail you out of situations when your shot's not falling.
It's stolen by Bryant. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Lowry. Raptors trail by 10. Pass to Carroll. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. From 13, and a little luck that time, but it drops. And 12 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game. And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Lowry. Good. Lowry's got 8 points.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. Gobert's got the lead up to 10 now for Utah.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Toronto's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Here's Lowry, and the shot is good. Lowry's got 10 points.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Here's Bryant, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he sinks the second. Lowry up top, defended by Bryant. They get it back. Biyombo, that's good.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
And the first half.
Kevin, thank you.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin, Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Jazz, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Hood out there with Bryant. And it's Gobert in at the center. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics really lit it up from the floor. He ended with 47 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Lowry drives in, gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Lowry's got 12 in the game. And Bryant slams it in.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
It's stolen by Bryant. Launches the 3. Knocks it loose, but they'll get another chance. No good with the triple.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
Here's DeRozan. Misses from short range.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Gobert against Valanciunas. 5 on the clock. Here's DeRozan. No good. Good work defensively by Bryant. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. From deep. Bryant can't get that one to fall.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from DeRozan.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Biyombo, he's checked in for Patterson. Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. Smart's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Alec Burks checked in for Utah. Mack comes in for Hood. The try by Bryant. Gobert can't hit.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Valanciunas, good.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Bryant dishes to Mack. Right side, Bryant. From 11 feet away, and it's off the back rim, no good.
It has not been an easy quarter for him.
Utah leading. Lowry out there with Corey Joseph. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Biyombo at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Jazz.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Special thanks to Kia. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Favors with the screen. Mack the pass to Bryant. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, not typical. They've been dominant on the board, but they are still falling short on the scoreboard.
Jazz leading by 6. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. Bryant's got 5 points now this quarter.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
And Joseph kicks to Lowry. Here's the screen. Shot clock at 6. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. Damari Carroll's checked in for the Raptors. And Utah with a change here, too. Hood's checked in for Mack. On the inbound, and with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Kyle Lowry.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Shot clock at 5. And here's Bryant for 3. That's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got 4 rebounds in this game. DeRozan with it. Now defended by Hayward. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's DeRozan missing.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
The Jazz making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Outside Bryant. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Been a stellar outing in this one for Bryant. He's got 30 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
The Raptors making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in, and that one's good. 6 points for Gordon Hayward.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
And he's good on the second.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Bryant's shot is good.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And stolen by Hood. Bryant with it. Now guarded by DeRozan.
Move the ball.
Outside Bryant. From deep. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Raptors trail by 14. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Derek Favors.
Shooting for Toronto, Patrick Patterson.
That free throw good from Patterson. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The drive by Bryant and the rejection by Valanciunas.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Jazz.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had, already 58 wins in the books. Tonight will be win number 59. Long range from the inbound. That's good.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as Freak. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fool. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal,
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Memphis Grizzlies at FedEx Forum. And for Memphis, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. It's rare to see a point guard lead the NBA in scoring, but that's exactly what Freak is doing right now. Not only that, but he's still making sure to get everybody involved. How great has this been for this kid?
I mean, only MVP candidates can lead the league in scoring at the point guard position. I mean, it's critical to his team's success. Most guys would say, well, he's shooting too much. But no, his teammates say he's not shooting enough. The only time he's not supposed
Live from Memphis, Tennessee at the home of the Grizzlies, we're broadcasting from the FedEx Forum, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You take a look at the Jazz. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
Right now for the Jazz, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
And I know it took a long time for people around the league to trust their success, but I don't think there's anybody left out there who doesn't think they're for real at this point.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Bryant is out there with Hood, and it's Hayward in at the small forward. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Conley's shot is off. Utah has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Bryant passes to Gobert. Bryant against Conley. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Gasol dishes to Conley. Just 5 on the clock. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Randolph a screen. Off the pick. The shot is off. The Jazz go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Utah.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team. His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Stevenson outside. And there's the pass to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. 17-foot shot on the way. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Jazz trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket. Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
Gasol, a screen on Bryant. Conley into the lane, and that one's good. Conley's got his second bucket of the night.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And Kevin, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Bazili comes in for Marc Gasol. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Mike Conley. And he gets it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. We've got Donald Sloan. Marc Gasol is out there with Green. Then it's Conley, and it's Stevenson in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Grizzlies shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors was simply terrific. He had 40 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players, have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Tries yet again, and he gets it to go. Bryant's got the lead up to 2 now for Utah.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Yeah, and, you know, the game of basketball, as you well know, Greg, and guys, is a game of runs. So their offense is starting to move in a positive direction now. Nice upswing here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Good checked in for Alec Burks. He hits the second from the line. For Utah, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And Gobert kicks to Bryant. Good work defensively by Conley.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Hayward with the block. And they'll keep possession. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Stevenson kicks to Green. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. Green's got 4 this quarter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The shot by Bryant, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
So it's Utah now. Grizzlies making the shot. Power down with both hands.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight. Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Bryant's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Utah.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Here's Sloan. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. The dish to Conley. Unloads from 13. Here's Green. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attacking the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Some changes for Memphis. Estes Ezeli, he's jacked in for Gasol. Wright comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Johnson in for Lance Stevenson. And Utah with a change here, too. Favors is checked in. Here's Sloan. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. They set the screen. Johnson kicks to Sloan. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Sloan's got 5 now. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And Bryant kicks to Gobert. Clock at 6. The drive by Bryant. The stupendous finish in traffic. Bryant's got 12 now in this quarter.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Wright sets a screen. Conley gets the bucket. 6 points for him.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Bryant drives in.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Wright sets a screen. Here's Conley. Again, Memphis.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
The drive by Bryant. Pass to Gobert. Back to Bryant. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Sloan. And a pretty tight. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Just an amazing game for Bryant. 19 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
And so in the game for the Jazz, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Hood out there with Bryant. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
The 3 from Bryant sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Bryant's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Jazz. At the elbow, it's Gasol. Johnson, the pass to Randall. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to the Suns.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough, and then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Now Conley, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Gasol dishes to Johnson. Randolph kicks to Gasol, and it's good. Gasol's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Favors with a screen on Conley. And Bryant kicks to Favors. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Conley. Back to Stevenson. And the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Green, he's checked in for Zach Randolph. Trey Burke's checked in for the Jazz. And that one's good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Bryant. He's got 22. Gobert with a screen for Bryant. Again, the miss by Bryant.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Now here's Bryant. Shot to stop the drought. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's Gasol. Gobert with the block. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside Bryant. It's good from long range. Bryant's got 25 points.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Conley with it. He's got 10. Feeds it to Gasol. Bryant with the rebound. Utah trailing here. There's 1:40 left to play in the third. For the lead. Kept alive. Rejected by Gasol. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. He feeds it to Johnson. It's stolen by Gobert. Bryant has the open look. Here's Burke. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen from Memphis?
The mid-range.
So he's also changing it up. Marc Gasol is checked in for Johnson. And Mike Conley subbed in for Donald Sloan. Utah also making some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Hayward. Hood comes in for Mack. And it's Bryant in for Trey Burke. Conley out there with Lance Stevenson. Then it's Brandon Wright. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Ezeli in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Stevenson with a clean look. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Bryant. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. They get Marc Gasol.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good play. I mean, you stop the sure thing, slam dunk with that foul. And I think you send a bit of a message, too, about your physicality and force in the basket area.
James Johnson checked in for Memphis. Conley kicks to Stevenson. And the rejection by Favors. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Just 5 on the clock. Stevenson inside the three-point line. And it's Stevenson again missing. Here's Bryant. Can't get it to go. And Memphis the other way now. They host the Clippers after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Johnson, the pass to Conley. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Conley into the lane, and Gasol gets it to go.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Outside Bryant. Gobert, the screen. Favors with a screen on Conley. Here's Burks. Sinks the three-pointer.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Stevenson kicks to Gasol. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist. And it's 9 points for Marc Gasol.
Beautiful play by Lance Stevenson. He's as gifted a passer as we have in the league.
Stolen by Conley. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Johnson sends the screen for Conley. Gobert with the block. The three from Bryant. It's rebounded by Gasol. Gasol's got 6 rebounds here tonight, and the shot is good from Johnson.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
6 on the shot clock. Bryant with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. That's good. And the Jazz lead by 3.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Johnson kicks to Wright. Memphis moving that ball around. Wright sets a screen. 3 from Stevenson. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Here is Bryant. Gobert, the screen to the paint. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Bryant's got 3 assists now in this one.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game.
It's just simple, guys. No rebounds, no rings.
On the inside.
We need to dominate the glass. Biggs, get the ball.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off them, guys.
From deep three-point range, can't hit. Good work defensively by Conley.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Gasol missing again.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
From the arc. Good D by Stevenson.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Bryant from beyond the arc and then some. Bryant's got 32 points in the game.
Oh, man, what a shot. He hit that one from another time zone.
You just watch him pull up, always so dangerous.
Conley with it, picked up by Bryant. Johnson dishes to Conley. He kicks to Gasol, and Johnson now top of the key. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter, and he commits the intentional foul. Here is Bryant, and now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Gasol passes to Johnson. Azili kicks to Stevenson. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. 16 seconds left in the fourth, and so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Conley kicks to Johnson. Offline with his 3. Outside, Bryant gets the bucket.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Hart.
it.